Okay, so San Andreas was a fun, dumb ride. If you like disaster films, I do recommend this movie. Dwayne Johnson was great. The visual effects are mostly very good. In the third act, the green screen effects don't look as impressive, and it's weird because the destruction looks great. But then when you show The Rock and Carla Gugino in front of the destruction, you can really tell it's bad green screen. I mean, they look off. And sometimes they use the CGI stunt doubles for both of them, especially in the CGI boat when it goes through the destruction. Yeah, it just looks bad. Well, this is the thing. I'm surprised that Roland Emmerich did not direct this movie, but at the same time, I'm not really that surprised because 2012 was like 3 hours long. This movie is barely 2 hours. And it keeps going at a fast pace, and it was very entertaining from beginning to end. The movie did piss me off a couple times though, and that's mostly because of the freaking cliches, and there's this one god-awful joke. Oh my god, this joke was so terrible. I almost wanted to walk out of the theater just because of this stupid-ass joke. Okay, so before I get to that, alright, so Dwayne Johnson was good. Carla Gugino, she still looks beautiful. I don't know how old she is. I think she's about 50 years old. She still looks good for her age. The girl who plays the daughter, Alexandra Daddario, I could not stop staring at her. She's so damn hot, and not just that, man, her breasts. No, it's not just that. Her eyes. Her fucking gorgeous crystal blue eyes. I couldn't blink. Every time the camera focused on her eyes, you're just mesmerized by them. It's just so beautiful. It's so crystal clear blue. She's like a mutant. It's so unnatural. Oh my god. Every time you just see her. And that's the thing. She's an okay actress. I thought she was fine, but I don't think she's like the best actress. But still, her eyes are beautiful. And I keep forgetting how big her breasts are. I mean, dang. And that's the thing too. Her first appearance in this movie, she was wearing a bikini. I was not prepared for that. So when you see her in the beginning, you're like, whoa! Wait, what's the rating of this? PG-13? Damn it! Ah, True Detective, I gotta watch you again. So yeah, she was serviceable, and she gets wet a lot. So for all you guys and girls out there who find this woman hot, yes, she does get wet a lot. Yes, she's in a tank top. Yes, she gets in the bikini in the beginning scene. Yep! And we do have some supporting characters. Paul Giamatti was fine. He was really unnecessary in this movie, to be honest, because usually whenever there's this scientist who does this science mumble jumbo and talking to everyone and warning everyone, you would think that he has a more important presence throughout the movie, but this movie should have just focused on Dwayne Johnson trying to save his family. You don't really need Paul Giamatti. Every time it cuts to him, you're thinking, okay, is Paul Giamatti going to be in great danger or something like that? No, not at all. I mean, his first, the only time he was actually involved with the event is in the beginning when the Hoover Dam collapsed. And that's only because of the stereotype that his science partner, played by William Lee, sacrificed his life to save a person. And that's what motivated Paul Giamatti to tell everyone, yes, we know how to predict this now, and you better get the fuck out of Los Angeles and San Francisco. So yeah, William Lee's in this movie, and I don't know what's with him playing these supporting characters for only a couple minutes and end up dying. And I'm sorry if there's spoilers for that, but still, come on. If you're wondering, oh wait, that's William Lee in the trailers? Okay, awesome. Why did I only show him for like 5 seconds? That's why! He's only in it for 3 minutes. And I like this actor! What's with him picking these roles? So yes, he plays the best friend of the science guy, and his death will motivate him to tell the public, you better run for your fucking lives. So yeah, that's basically it. That's basically Paul Giamatti's job. And then it keeps cutting back to Dwayne Johnson. The movie should have just focused on Dwayne Johnson saving his family. This helicopter pilot saving his family and saving others. And here's the weird thing. In the beginning of this film, it shows that Dwayne Johnson works as a team. He has 3 other people helping him, and they save people. So you're thinking, okay, probably he and his ragtag team will save his family and stuff. But nope, it's a solo outing. Carla Gugino was in trouble. She's in a falling building. Then Dwayne Johnson picks her up, and then they realize their daughter's in trouble because of the boyfriend of Carla Gugino, and they have to go rescue their daughter. That's basically the entire story. Most of the destruction happens in San Francisco. And yeah, that's a weird thing too, because San Francisco is getting destroyed a lot now in recent years. Last year, I believe it was Godzilla. The year before that was Pacific Rim. So, and I forgot the year before that, but I'm pretty sure San Francisco got destroyed as well. Actually, yeah, the San Francisco, the Golden Gate Bridge was used by Magneto in X-Men The Last Stand. So yeah, everyone loves destroying the Golden Gate Bridge, of course. The destruction mostly happens in San Francisco, but you do see some damage in Los Angeles. And yeah, sometimes you feel like you're watching 2012, like, wait a second, is that John Cusack driving in a limo in the background? So you're kind of hoping for that, but no. Unfortunately, they do not connect the two movies. It would have been more awesome, though, if San Andreas was like a filler episode within 2012, like, oh, Dwayne Johnson just happens to be there. But no, it's not like that. It should have been. And yeah, the CGI destruction looks great, and like I said, sometimes it's iffy. The opening sequence, though, oh my god, the CGI is terrible, especially for this car destruction. Okay, so it focuses on this girl who's a big dumbass, but it's not 100% her fault why she was in this accident. So it shows her trying to grab her stuff, and she's not even looking at the road, and a car's coming. So you thought, holy shit, what a dumbass. But no, she didn't hit the car. So she's like, okay, that was weird. And then she texts on her cell phone without looking out the road, and another car passes by. You're like, okay, that sets up the destruction. Nope, they didn't crash. So it's just normal. She just keeps going her way. So what caused it? Just some landslide that just happened at that exact moment and place and time, and it just hit her on the side, and the car fell over so many times. And if you've seen Furious 7, remember that scene where Vin Diesel drove off a cliff with the girl from Game of Thrones, and they crashed the car, and it looked... it's like the lone survivor of car crashes. Yeah, imagine that, except take out the practical effects and put in CGI. And put in the CGI that reminds me of X-Men Origins. Yeah, X-Men Origins Wolverine. Wolverine Origins, or whatever the title was called. So yeah, remember that iffy CGI of Logan being bounced around? Yeah, same thing with the car. It's like boing, 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 boing. And at this point, you're like, how the girl is not dead yet? And finally, the car stops and it's just stuck on this tree, on a cliff. And you're like, how is that possible? And then you see Dwayne Johnson saving her, and yeah, the rescue mission looks pretty cool. It kind of reminds you of Vertical Limit a bit. And then you see him getting a divorce. He gets the divorce papers from Carla Gugino. He meets up with his daughter and Carla Gugino, and it turns out that she has a boyfriend, and it turns out to be Mr. Fantastic from the Fantastic Four movies. I don't know why movies like this need a douchebag character. You don't need a douchebag character. You don't need a divorce. So this movie rips off of Twister and Titanic and a lot of destruction movies, basically. It rips off of 2012, of course, you know, with the divorced family and the wife has a boyfriend and stuff. Oh, my God. But in 2012, the boyfriend was not a douchebag. He was actually being helpful, and he does have a skill, even though he dies in the end. This guy, oh, my God. He's a douchebag. And I don't get it. What's with Mr. Fantastic playing these asshole characters? I guess he loves it, I guess? I don't know. So, yeah, this douchebag character left Alexandria Daddario stuck in the car, and he did try to help her. He did try to look for help, but he was too damn terrified, so he had no idea what to do. So he's like, fuck it, I'm gonna try to live. And he did kill a guy in the process. There's like a debris coming, and he has to hide behind the corner, but there's this guy hiding behind the corner. So Mr. Fantastic took this guy off the corner and hugged the corner, while the guy he threw off gets killed in the process. And you're like, holy shit, where did that come from? About an hour passed, and you're like, wait, what happened to Mr. Fantastic? And then you see that scene in the trailer where Dwayne Johnson and Carla Gugino are on a boat and they're recreating the perfect storm moment, and they try to go over the tide, and then it turns out at the top of the tide there's this freight carrier with a bunch of cargo, and they have to go through it like a video game. They're the only ones that survived that shit. So they're past the freight carrier, and then the freight carrier destroys the Golden Gate Bridge, but if one of the cargo smashes Mr. Fantastic. Seriously, you see Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson on this boat, and they're looking at the damage caused by the freight carrier. The freight carrier was coming towards the Golden Gate Bridge, and then it cuts to the Golden Gate Bridge, and you see Mr. Fantastic, Iona Grufford, and you're like, holy shit, he's still alive? Wait, I know what's gonna happen. So he looks up, and he's like, ugh. Then he gets hit by the freight carrier like a Wile E. Coyote in a Looney Tunes cartoon. Seriously. Huh. And then it destroys the Golden Gate Bridge and so many people died. Oh my god, it was hilarious, but also the tonal shift was weird because you're laughing because the guy died. Then all of a sudden you see this destruction, everyone drowning, everyone getting killed by the debris and stuff, and you're like, I don't know if I should laugh anymore because I'm still laughing over his death. And then there's the climax where Dwayne Johnson has to rescue his daughter who's drowning. That's also shown in the trailer as well. And she almost drowned, she almost died, and then he saves her, and then happily ever after. That's basically the story. Was it a good movie? It was fun, it was entertaining. It was so filled with cliches, and oh my god, I gotta talk about that joke. Okay, so Dwayne Johnson and Carla Gugino are on this airplane that they stole. And that's the funny thing about this movie. He stole a bunch of vehicles in this film. It should have been San Andreas. He stole a car, he stole a plane, he stole a boat. I wonder what else he was going to steal. It was hilarious. They're both on top of this airplane, and there's no way for them to land. So they have to jump with a parachute, and they land in the baseball field. So when they land in the baseball field, they landed perfectly on top of second base. That's when Dwayne Johnson said this god-awful joke, and he said, "It's been a long time since I took you to second base." I wanted to walk out. I was entertained by the movie, but that joke almost killed me. Almost. It was so awful. Oh god. But the two things that pissed me off. This movie does not have the balls to kill off a character like Alexandra Daddario. So it showed her drowning. She inhaled too much water for a long period of time. Dwayne Johnson took her out. They're on the boat. They escaped the collapsing building. And then he's trying to resuscitate her and give her mouth to mouth. But like 2 minutes passed, she's still not breathing. So at that point, Carla Gugino's crying. Dwayne Johnson couldn't believe that he lost another daughter. So then he's like, I'm not going to lose you again. So he does it again just for 20 more seconds, and then she's breathing again. I turned to my friend on my right, and I was like, fuck this movie. Fuck it. Why? It would have been so much more impactful if she just died. Seriously, it made no sense. She was inhaling so much water. You see her choking on water for about 2 minutes. And he's trying to resuscitate her. She did not breathe at all. Why not just kill her off? Ugh. And if you're telling me, oh, sorry, that's spoilers, they have pictures of it on IMDb, Rotten Tomatoes, and ComingSoon.net. I'm sorry, you saw them hugging each other in the end. So of course you know she's gonna live. This movie does not have the balls to kill off a character, and this movie had the balls to show the fucking US flag for no reason. Seriously, at the end, it's like one of the final shots. Carla Gugino's like, what are we gonna do now? So Dwayne Johnson looks towards the Golden Gate Bridge. He sees the destruction. He sees helicopters going past to help people. And then he sees the US flag in the background waving proudly. And at that point, you're like, where did the flag come from? It was on the Golden Gate Bridge. What the hell? And then he's like, we'll rebuild. Ah! Man, it's so dumb! You don't need this shit! Come on! Ah! Like I said, it's a dumb, fun movie. If you like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, you're gonna have fun with this movie. If you love CGI destruction, so that's how I feel about San Andreas. Write down in the comments below if you've seen the movie. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know. Guys, if you like this video, please click the like button. If you'd like to subscribe, there's an annotation here for subscribing. So until next time, guys, see you later and thank you for watching.